Welcome back to 405 Sports. Today we're talking about, well, we'll start with Kyrie, I guess, obviously, because that's the biggest thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel?
Oh gosh. See, Kyrie in the past couple of years has been kind of a cancer in the locker room, I guess you could say. And so I think if he's like he was with LeBron and all that, I think that duo could work out really well. But
Like Luka and him? But
yes.
I see.
Yes.
He's got, okay.
I think it's gonna be really nice for the Mavericks to have someone who can hold the ball and produce for you when Luka's not
Yeah, they're
on
not
the court or not playing his best game.
Yeah.
I think Kyrie's insane, by the way.
No, Kyrie's really good. I mean, I had the same thing when we went to the Nets. I don't know how they're gonna share the ball because they're both fairly ball dominant people. I know Luka doesn't play off the ball very well at all.
Right.
I mean, Kyrie's shown that he can play off ball. It's not that he hasn't. He's just much more productive when he is on ball, or when he's the ball dominant guard. So that'd be my only concern, more or less, for it.
I just know that they got rid of their third option. Would have been their third option to get Kyrie and Dinwiddie.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna have to be because Wood didn't even start last night.
Really?
They started a weird lineup last night. It was like,
Did Kyrie play yesterday?
No.
the trade wasn't completed.
It was
yet.
Josh Green,
I guess that's
Tim
Josh Green
Hardaway.
had 29.
Yeah. Josh Green and Jaden Hardy at 29 together.
That's who I was gonna say. Jaden Hardy's gonna have to be the next guard probably.
It was Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, Dwight Powell, Josh Green, and McKinley Wright. They tried to trade Christian Wood, but the Nets didn't want him.
Really? I think Christian Wood's good.
Well, because he would probably walk.
Oh, I guess that's true.
So,
He's on the last
sorry.
year of his deal, ain't he?
Yeah. It's going to be weird because Luka will have to be off ball sometimes, but it's nice because Luka doesn't have to bring the ball up every time.
And when they played the Lakers earlier in the year, they were trapping Luka or doubling him as soon as he crossed half court, and they could not score.
Yeah.
Another thing is, to me, Luke is more of like a shooting guard.
Yeah.
And I think Kyrie is a true point guard.
Right.
No, yeah, he's a much more like
And
your
his
picture.
handles and passing ability. Well, Luka can really pass the ball.
Yeah.
But his handles are way better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it gives Luka a shooter. I feel like if you want to build around Luka, facing the floors.
See, I would say not as much space and floor for shooting, but you can double Luka and you're not really scared that Tim Hardaway is going to bust open a defense if he passes to him.
Reggie Bullock,
His
only job is to shoot threes, and he can't do it.
Tim Hardaway, Reggie Bullock, all they do is they're 3-and-D kind of guys that aren't great defensive guys.
Yeah.
There's three guys.
They are pretty
And
bad.
so, and you can't really double Luka and double Kyrie.
No.
Yeah. I feel like Josh Green, though, can fill in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Maybe not in size.
I don't think Dorian Finney-Smith is that big of a loss. I'll be honest with
But
you.
I thought Dinwiddie was.
Dinwiddie's a good.
Dinwiddie was. He probably wasn't in the first package. Is
And
what
they're
I'm
talking
saying.
they want to get rid of him, flip him.
Yeah, they do.
That's
crazy.
But I don't think it's the Nets. At this point, I don't think they're gonna. I mean, they're still in a position to make the playoffs, and I think that's a very possible thing that could happen. But I think they're in
when they get Durant back. That's what people forget.
Well, I know that, but it looks like they're trying to blow up the roster for some reason.
I mean, they've already traded him once.
They can't.
I
see them trading Dinwiddie. I mean, that would make sense.
Yeah, people forget Dinwiddie got traded to Washington.
Yeah, and that's horrific.
Yeah, so it wouldn't surprise any of us if he got flipped again. So, in terms of the NBA world, there's nothing crazy yet besides the Kyrie. We talked about it for a second. Kessler Edwards got traded to the Kings, and he's gonna be in the G League, so it doesn't even matter. And then Dwayne Dedmon to the Spurs, so nothing crazy there. But people are saying that the KD wants out, the Nets don't want him out.
And there's a package between the Lakers and the Jazz. It was Mike Conley and Jared Vanderbilt, and there's another one in there for Russ and a first.
Was it Jordan?
Clarkson? I think so.
The one I saw had Jordan Clarkson in it, but I don't think it had Vanderbilt in it. But it didn't have Vanderbilt in it.
That'd be kind of crazy.
Jared Vanderbilt and whoever I just said. Oh, Mike Conley.
That'd be
Mike
crazy
Conley should get traded.
That'd be crazy if Russell played for the Jazz, because he didn't.
Yeah,
They thought that they'd pay him and he'd just be done. They'd pay him, he'd walk.
Dude, the Lakers,
So they need to be a free agent.
for the sake of the Lakers, they need to get that contract off the books. As much as I like Westbrook.
It's not
I
gonna
just
hurt
don't
him.
see what adding Mike Conley's going to do for you.
It's
I
not
don't
going
think
to
it's-
change.
Russ averages 8 assists. Mike Conley averages 7.
And
Yeah.
Russ gets rebounds.
I don't think it'll help the team any, but
I almost think they've got too much talent on their team.
they just have to use it correctly, and they're not doing it. They're also not healthy in 90% of the games.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say one day AD's playing, the next day LeBron's not. It's just vice versa.
When's the last time Russell, AD, and LeBron all played in the same game?
Well, Russ got to play first for that to happen.
Well,
These last couple games they
Ham
have,
just benches him.
but it's not. I don't know.
probably been a while.
No, they have the last
It's
couple
been like
games.
the last 6 games, but Russ doesn't play in the fourth quarter, and then they have a lead, and then they lose it. They trade for Rui, and then he doesn't play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, the only time he played in the fourth quarter was like that Knicks game, and that was it.
Yep, and they won.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you their whole.
Yeah, I actually tend not to
Substitution
watch this,
I'll have
the
Pat
Lakers.
Bev and Dennis Schroeder in my closing lineup.
Yeah, that's
That'll do it.
I don't get Pat Bev. But
Schroeder's been horrible this year.
I was gonna say Schroeder hasn't been good either. Chicago, I don't know what they're doing.
they're looking at trading what
They should just
Levine at least.
they should just trade it all. They should.
Get
They
Zoe
said,
out of there.
The Heat may be interested in P.J. Washington.
PJ Washington's getting shipped. I've seen trade packages for him to
Well, that's
90
why they
teams.
thought the Heat got rid of Dwayne Dedman.
I could see that. Getting him off the books.
For PJ Washington.
Yeah, but he's already got a new contract. PJ. So
And then they wanted to get rid of Lowry.
yeah, I
Because
that
he
would
doesn't
make
have-
that would make sense.
Yeah,
he
he
gets
doesn't-
15 a year, doesn't he?
He barely even plays now at this
He
point.
started the other day, and he played like 15 minutes the first half. 0, 0, 0.
Yeah, I was like, he's also like 30,
7.
He'd get up.
30 yeah.
That's just crazy though. Like it didn't
Almost
even
40.
seem like that long ago when he was playing well.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
an all-star.
Well, people don't realize he played like 6 years for the Grizzlies that just
And then like
didn't amount
3
to
years
anything.
for the Rockets.
Yeah.
That's the one I forget. Is the
3 years for the Grizzlies. 4 years for the Rockets, and then the Toronto years. He's been in the league since
Toronto,
06.
I was like, he got
Toronto
drafted in
years, he
06.
was really good.
Right. He
But
was
he
decent.
was, I mean, heck, he was 30 by the time he got to Toronto.
Toronto's another team that's wanting to get rid of everyone.
I would.
Except Scotty Barnes said Gary Trent is actually at the top of their board to get rid of it, which is
They-
nuts.
It is nuts, but at the same time, I don't know. He's
Yeah, but they said if there was 2 pieces they wanted to keep, it was Scotty and him. But
Let's see,
now it's just Scotty.
why do they not like OG?
I looked at it. It's just like he's inconsistent.
I know, but like he's talented
just
enough.
doesn't fit their mold, I guess. I don't know.
Plus, I think about all their players are just all forwards.
I know, but
Like when they run their lineups. You know, I mean, like let's see here.
I mean it is. I mean it's OG, Scotty, and Pascal are all
Exactly, they're all
they're all
6,
6'8".
7. Yeah.
But Pascal's the only one that can score.
They started a lineup. Okay, Precious Achua, Siakam, Scotty Barnes, and then they're from like Van Fleet and Trent. But still, they could.
So OG's not even playing.
Yeah, I don't even know where he was that night. That was the other night. They actually beat the Grizzlies, who have been
Horrid.
still terrible
Yeah.
since
Don't
we
mess with
talked
Shannon Sharp, boys.
since our last video about the NBA. They've been terrible.
I think they haven't won a game since then.
And then Jaw was complaining.
Oh, they won one.
I believe today he was complaining about how they get
1-8.
scrutinized more than anyone else.
Well, they should.
You did say nobody in the West can touch us. And then
Yeah,
have not won a game.
He brings it on to himself and the rest of the team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they get in a fight every quarter.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like.
Shooting laser.
Yeah, I don't want to like get on Steven Adams, but like, I don't know.
He ain't playing. Ain't his fault.
I know, but he always has to come in there and
Yeah.
protect a guy.
Dude, fighting for his teammate.
Oh, I know.
He ain't starting.
I know,
He's finishing.
but I don't. Steven Adams just doesn't fit that team. I feel like.
No, he doesn't match the egos of the rest of them.
Just think about it. Dylan Brooks, what he did the other night, like, if that's just not a good
It's
look.
bad basketball.
It's bad basketball. That's right. Looking at another team is like the Pelicans. Like they don't ever play like CJ, Brandon Ingram, and Zion. I don't think they've played more than like 10 games this year together.
And they had
That'd be
lost
dirty.
like 11 in a row before they beat the Lakers.
If they all play on paper, they
Sure
probably
did.
have. Good lord.
Yeah, 10 in a row.
On paper, they probably have what, top 4, top 5 lineup in the West.
In the West, all healthy. Yeah, probably.
VI
on
is pretty talented.
There is a big trade deadline day on Thursday. There'll be a video that night. But otherwise, that's about it for the NBA. Thank you guys for watching the video. This was 405 Sports. Peace.